NFL Conference Championship weekend. Let's go. We got the New Orleans Saints playing the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to pick the New Orleans Saints to win this matchup. They obviously have the better quarterback, Drew Brees. I trust Drew Brees over Jared Goff in a big game. Drew Brees is making his third NFC Championship game start, and Jared Goff is only making his third playoff start. That's a big-time advantage for the New Orleans Saints. I'm looking at the running game of the Los Angeles Rams. Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson both had 100 yards rushing. But this New Orleans Saints defense is number one against the run. I think they're going to shut that down, and they're going to force Jared Goff to beat them. The New Orleans Saints, on the other hand, have a great running attack, and the Rams have a questionable running defense. I know last week they shut down Ezekiel Elliott, but they're going to have to deal with two backs now, not just one. Alvin Kamara was the Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. And unlike Zeke, he does a better job catching the football. And the Saints also have Mark Ingram. He's a solid power back, and I believe they will use him near the goal line. I know the Saints don't have great receivers, but they do have one elite guy, and that is Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, last week against the Eagles, went over 100 yards, had a big-time touchdown. The Eagles tried everything in their power to stop this guy, and he still delivered the bell. In Week 9, against this Los Angeles Rams defense, he had over 200 yards, and he had the game-sealing touchdown to make the score 45-35. He iced that victory, and I know Michael Thomas is gonna bring his A game. I'm looking at these other receivers that the Saints have. Traquan Smith played huge when Ted Ginn went out earlier in the year. Keith Kirkwood had a big-time touchdown last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. And Ted Ginn against the Pittsburgh Steelers a couple weeks ago had a big-time third down conversion that ultimately gave New Orleans the number one seed in the NFC. I like the Saints at home. That crowd is going to be fired up. They know they got a shot to go to Super Bowl 53. They got a great defense. This is a great football team. The Rams are talented. They have a young head coach, a young quarterback, a great running game, great receivers. But this defense isn't up to par. I'm picking New Orleans. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. He's going to capitalize on this big-time opportunity. 38-35, New Orleans wins the NFC Championship game.